Hey everyone, I just finished watching first 3 episodes and, man is it good? As you already know, Andor Season 2 has officially begun, and with just the first 3 episodes out, it's already made one thing crystal clear. As expected, this is not your typical Star Wars story. This is rebellion redefined, just like its first season. It is great so far. Today I'm going to give you a non-spoiler review of first 3 episodes so you can watch these 3 episodes later after watching this video without spoiling them. So welcome back to Geeksterverse, your go-to for the most in-depth reviews, breakdowns, and bold takes on the geek multiverse. If you're here for grounded storytelling, emotionally layered characters, and a Star Wars universe that finally feels adult again, then hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let's dive into why Andor Season 2 just might be the show that saves the galaxy. Andor doesn't waste a single moment setting the tone for its second and final season. Right from the opening frame, we're launched straight back into the harsh, unfiltered reality of a galaxy in turmoil. There's no reintroduction, no gentle easing back in, just the same gritty, grounded energy that made Season 1 such a revelation. But this time around, there's something different, something more pressing. There's a pulse running through the opening that wasn't there before. That's because we're now firmly set in BBY-4, just 4 short years before the legendary Battle of Yavin. And if you know your Star Wars timeline, you know what that means. The fuse is lit, and the final countdown has officially begun. This new urgency isn't accidental. It's the result of a deliberate and ambitious storytelling decision by creator and showrunner Tony Gilroy. Structurally, Gilroy has taken a bold swing by designing Season 2 to leap through time. Each arc, every 3 episodes, represents a full year in the Star Wars timeline. So as we begin with episodes 1 through 3, we're watching a single year unfold in the span of just a few hours. It's a risky move, one that could easily lose emotional depth or narrative cohesion, but instead, it's a masterstroke. This pacing gives the series a relentless rhythm. There's a ticking clock now, baked into the DNA of the story itself. Every decision feels heavier, every scene carries more weight. It's not just world building anymore, it's countdown storytelling at its finest. And right at the center of that ticking clock is Cassian Andor, once again portrayed with intense nuance by the phenomenal Diego Luna. This isn't the hesitant, uncertain man we met in Season 1. Cassian has evolved, but not fully. He's no longer just running. Now he's resisting. But even as he throws himself deeper into the fight against the Empire, you can still see the conflict within him. He's grappling with the morality of it all. What must he sacrifice? What kind of man is he becoming in this rebellion? That internal struggle isn't just a subplot, it's the emotional engine of this opening arc. Watching Luna navigate this complex transformation is a masterclass in restrained, character-driven performance. And it's not just Cassian who's back. We're immediately reconnected with other central figures from the first season. Characters whose arcs are now beginning to stretch and strain under the pressures of war. Luthen Rael returns, still the master chess player, still hiding in the shadows, still pulling strings like a man possessed. But something's different. You can sense the wear and tear. His calm facade is starting to show hairline fractures. The idealism that once guided him is slipping into something darker. You can feel it. This is a man who's beginning to wonder what the end of this path looks like for him. Bix Caleen is also back, and her story is perhaps the most emotionally raw of the group. She's still reeling from the brutal psychological torture inflicted upon her in Season 1, and the show doesn't shy away from showing the scars. In fact, it leans in. It makes us sit with her pain, her silence, her hesitation. There's no quick fix here, no recovery montage, just the quiet, haunting reality of trauma. And it adds so much emotional gravity to every scene she's in. Every line she speaks feels like it's echoing through that trauma, and it makes her one of the most human, grounded characters in the galaxy. Then there's Mon Mothma, caught between 2 crumbling worlds. As a politician, she's still trying to operate within the Imperial system, but that system is cracking fast. The walls are closing in, her allies are dwindling, her power is evaporating, and yet, she presses on, balancing her public face with her secret rebellion. The double life is taking a toll, and the first 3 episodes do a brilliant job setting up a storyline that feels like it's barreling towards something seismic. Visually, these episodes continue Andor's commitment to immersive realism. There's no digital gloss, no over-reliance on CGI or the LED volume. Instead, the show was shot extensively on real-world locations and practical sets, giving everything a gritty, tactile feel. You can almost smell the oil and dirt in the machinery. The streets look worn, the buildings scarred, the skies heavy. It feels less like watching a show and more like being dropped into a living, breathing galaxy on the brink of collapse. And we've got to talk about the writing. Gilroy and his team haven't missed a beat. The scripts are tight. No wasted dialogue, no fan service fluff, just sharp, deliberate storytelling that respects its audience. Every line means something. Every pause between characters adds depth. There's a level of confidence here, of trust in the material, that sets this show apart. It doesn't need to constantly reference the Skywalkers or dangle lightsabers to remind you it's Star Wars. Instead, it earns its place by building something new, something politically rich, emotionally raw, and thematically powerful. Even this early in the season, the political commentary is loud and clear. The Empire's methods, its surveillance, its control, its quiet, systemic cruelty, feel disturbingly relevant. It's not hard to draw parallels to real-world regimes, both historical and modern. Andor isn't just science fiction, it's social commentary, dressed in the skin of Star Wars. And on the other side of that coin, the Rebel Alliance is equally complicated. They're not painted as perfect heroes. They're desperate, divided, and sometimes just as morally gray as their enemies. It's war. And the show never lets you forget that war, even in space, is hell. Performance-wise, it's already award-worthy. Diego Luna continues to deliver some of the best acting in the franchise. Subtle, layered, deeply human. And Elizabeth Dulau's Kleya Marki is stepping up in a big way. Previously, more of a background player, she now commands attention with every glance and gesture. There's something simmering beneath her composed surface, something big, and with the return of K2SO looming on the horizon, it's clear these episodes are carefully constructing a slow burn that will explode later in the season. In just 3 episodes, Andor has already made a bold, confident statement. This isn't just another Star Wars series. This is a political thriller, a character study, a wartime drama, and above all else, it's essential. So, with only 3 episodes in, Andor Season 2 has already set a new gold standard for Star Wars storytelling. It's bold. It's personal, it's political, and it's not afraid to make you uncomfortable. If you haven't started watching yet, do it. If you have, buckle up. Because if this is just the beginning, we're in for something unforgettable. And hey, if you're loving this kind of breakdown, don't just leave it at a like. Subscribe to Geeksterverse, turn on notifications, and stay locked in. We're covering every episode, every theory, every hidden detail you might have missed. This isn't just Star Wars, this is war. This is story. This is Andor. And this is Geeksterverse, signing off until the next transmission.